Alright everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of the Best Brew Ever. It's been a while since we brewed the Spruce beer. You might have been wondering what was up with that. I left it to ferment for about a month. I didn't put it to secondary or anything. I just left it in the gallon jug. And I've actually sampled it already. I've already tried it, but I tried it flat, and so after I've had some problems with the carbonation because I have the carbonation cap. I'm not sure what. Uh-oh. I don't know if it matters. But the carbonation cap on there, and I just put the hose, connect the hose from my my CO2 tank, and just let it carbonate just like you would a forced carbonated, like a keg. And you do bonehead things, you space out. I had it in there for like a week. And then I go to check it, and I realize I didn't have the gas on. I didn't have the CO2 on. So it's been a lot of stuff, and I finally, left it with the gas on for another week. And then we had a lot of things, family get-togethers and things like that. Labor Day just happened, and so it's a lot of parties and things. My daughter was baptized recently, so we had party and all that, and the baptism. So this been sitting in the fridge, but now it doesn't feel. I mean, it's still solid, but it feels like some of the air has escaped, or the CO2. So I don't know how carbonated it was when I first took it off the gas, but this is it. All right, this is the last of it. Let's hear if it's carbonated or not. Nothing. Son of. This thing's gave me more trouble than anything, so I'm just. It sucks that it's flat again. There's still some bubbles in there, so we'll see. It's kind of hard to pour. We're sitting kind of high up. Damn it. That's flat. Slightly carbonated. That's carbonated, but there's no head retention at all. Yeah, my allergies working out, so I really can't smell real well. But I can see it's definitely more carbonated than it was when it was, actually totally flat. I was really hoping it would be like kind of like a stout right now, the nice white foam head on there, but I'll go ahead and give it a go the way it is. Cheers. Okay. Let me get another drink off that. Definitely gotta say, it's a lot better than it was when it was warm, when it was flat, even when it was cold and it was flat. I've tried it at different stages, and this is very drinkable. Meaning that when I first sampled it, it was not good. It was rough. And also, this might be a little bit colder than it was before. I don't think very much though. And maybe the time difference, that it's kind of conditioned a little more. Um, that flavor that I had initially got was, because it's got the spruce. If you ever walk by a spruce tree in the summertime, it's humid, and you walk by and it's got that smell, that real musky smell. It's almost like cat piss, and it had that flavor. And I was like, man, did I brew cat piss in this thing? Because there could be cat spraying or whatever all over what the trees or whatever. When I got it, I kind of, I didn't get one from low, so I got it, about my height off the ground. Although cats can probably spray that high, I don't know. So those initial drinks, it was rough. It was weird because it was like I would take a drink, wasn't thrilled with it, and then was usually drinking beer like, man, I gotta get another drink. I was like, man, I really don't want to drink any more of it. But then when I drink it, I was like, man, it's not bad, but it just didn't have that inviting flavor to it and make me keep drinking on it. And even a day when I was out of beer, I drank a little bit and I was like, I'm done. I don't even want to. It's not worth it. But now the flavor, that musky flavor, is almost totally gone. And I get, the pine, like coating my tongue almost, coating like my whole tongue where it hits. It's like a slight mintiness, pine, and then you get this the dark extract, the dark malt extract. It's like caramel. It's sweet, but when I check the bricks on it, I think it was, oh man, I think we started off at 16 bricks. I can't remember what it finished at now, but I do remember that it was around just under 6%. So whatever that, do that math, whatever that is. So the sweetness, I guess, I don't think it seemed like it fermented totally out. I had it a month in there, and from the video you can see I did overfill the gallon jug, and I did have blow off. They got everywhere. Underneath my kegerator, it flowed. It was everywhere. So I had a good, vigorous fermentation. So I don't know. I just assumed the sweetness is from, I guess, the extract, but I don't know how to. It's almost like a Coke or something. It's I don't know. I think the way that caramel flavor is almost like if I'm drinking a Coke or a Pepsi or something like that. And also I think I get that feeling because I don't have any head retention on here, and it's not carbonated enough, but it's still carbonated, and it's carbonated more than it was. I doubt you can even. You can see a little bit on there, but it's a lot more pleasant. Don't think I'm gonna have trouble drinking this one, but it doesn't feel like I'm drinking a beer. I'm not getting that carbonation. I don't know, the mouth feel, and before I had said, "Oh, never make this beer again." But after letting it sit and condition a little more, who knows? I mean, not, I might not just do the extract. I mean, there was a lot of recipes online. We're doing like all grain and things like that, and using the addition of the spruce tips. But I don't know. Maybe I will do it again. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely does not have that cat piss flavor. And it's drinkable. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not something I would crave, but maybe I'd make it again. Maybe around Christmas or something like that. Even though I don't think this is a holiday beer, but I mean, having that hint of the spruce in there, maybe some other spices, you know, better carbonation. I think it might do, pretty well. So, I guess I was quick to judge the beer, the style, and like I said, there's probably so many other ways you can make a spruce beer that tastes so different than what I got. But this is the only one I've ever had. Like I said, you might be able to find some in some stores or online, but I've never seen one ever in a store. And as I said before, that after I had made the beer, I had said, I've never seen anybody on YouTube make it, but I never looked them up either. So, but then I had seen, when they have the recommendations for stuff you might want to watch, some people who had made some spruce beers or reviewing spruce beers came up. So, but it still seems to be a rare beer, and although it's probably not my favorite, it's not bad at all. And it was a simple recipe. Check out the spruce beer episode. Go back, check that out. It's really easy, and I'm pleased with it. So I'm gonna keep on drinking this. I might pour me a little bit more right now, if you don't mind. I can get any kind of head on there. There's nothing. But I think if I would have, you can see some carbonation in there. But I think if I would have not waited, I probably waited definitely another week after I took it off the gas and then before I tried it. So maybe if I would have drank it right away, I would have a nice foamy head on there, but no complaints. I got a little more musky on that one. I don't know. Might have to check back in, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe it settles to the bottom. Don't look at that. Maybe it settles to the bottom. Maybe the musk is pulled down in the musk flavor. The piss flavor might be down here. Might have to get back and tell you another time if I got piss water beer. Not really piss water, but it's piss caramel piss beer. Alright, anyway. What else? You can see back here the little cabinet. It's this is, like I keep saying, this is not my house. But I've lived here for many years, many years, and I want to try to make it a little more me. There's only so much I can do. The yellow paint was not me. That house came like that. This was all yellow. I actually painted that with some paint that I found in the garage. So money, I don't want to put money into the house because it's not mine, and Um, but with this cabinet space right here, there was actually a louvered door, and so there's gonna be some upcoming videos where I do a little bit that I can, and I feel like, I wanted to do a little something, get in my mind, and I'm like, I think I could do that. So I'm gonna have a little project with that door, try to spruce up. Here we go, spruce, tying in the spruce beer, and we spruce up the cabinet there, maybe clean it out a little bit, make it look a little better. You can see the shelves here and all my growlers, my little collection. Before I actually had I think I got it like Big Lots or something like that. I had like this garage plastic um, shelving system, which I actually have now in the garage. It was really cluttered as this is, but it took up more space. So that once I got some the woodworking equipment like I've been talking about, I tried my hand. This is one of my first projects, I think, was these shelves, which didn't come out great, but it definitely serves a purpose. It's holding up strong, and if you can see, I got my kegerator underneath of it. So before I had the kegerator underneath, I got a TV over here, big screen, old school big screen, and it was underneath there, and I got some more audio, old school audio equipment. I'm kind of into that, and this kind of just helped to get that shelf that sat on the ground out of here, still keep my collection, put my kegerator underneath of it, and it freed up more room. And I'm gonna be doing other projects with the woodworking. I'm into it, man. I'm liking it. It's fun, and it actually serves a purpose. I mean, it's functional, and I like functional in every part of my life. I mean, it just makes sense. So I'm going to be doing some other projects. So if you're into beer, also into woodworking, check that out. I mean, I'm not a pro at all. I'm total novice, but it's showing you some of the things that I'm doing around here. That's kind of what I do. I watch YouTube, not always to learn something. When I watch somebody build something, and sometimes it's just like recreational watching. You know what I mean? It looks cool. I'm like, man, I didn't think about building something like that. Or it's just I like to create, and so I like to watch other people create. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna have some other projects with the woodworking, and hopefully my skills will get better. I totally blew the whole season for brewing. I mean, I really haven't done anything. I haven't done any all grain in the warm weather we had. It's been all extracts, and I'm feeling pretty crappy about it. But there will be more warm weather, there will be more chances, there'll be more. I'm having to give up brewing, although this is like the last time I brewed, and it was like a 1 gallon extract, simple batch. But I got plans, always got plans, just when can I get them done? And plans for so many other things. Still the Our Crazy Kitchen with my daughter. Plans for that. I actually was hoping I could have got something filmed today. Didn't work out. Never works out, but hey, you gotta keep trying. If you want to do it, just keep trying. See when. It's hard. Everybody has so many different schedules and money. Like I said, we're planning a vacation. So, we're thinking about going to Florida. And as you know, with the, all the hurricanes going on right now, we don't even know what, we want to go to Universal Studios. We don't know what that's even going to be like. Or we plan to go on, sometime soon. So it's hard to budget everything and figure out where we're gonna go and what we're gonna do, and with this life. I gotta explain life to you. You know it. You know how it is. Nothing works out, and when you think something's going right, a million other things pop up that you have to deal with. So, um, that's I'm living the life you are. But like every day I'm going somewhere and I see something and I'm like, man, that would be good to film that. And then I forget about it, and then I'll remember later, and then I'll do this. And I want to have a variety channel, so I'm inspired all the time by so much, and YouTube inspires me so much, and it's hard to create original content with millions of people creating content. So it's hard to, sometimes when I think of an idea, I don't look it up and see if somebody else done it, because then I'm like, man, I'm copying them now. I want to do it the way I want to do it, the way I see in my mind, and to have fun with it. I don't want to be constantly thinking, man, this guy did it way better, this and that. Like I said, I'm a novice at everything, but I just want to have fun. So, also, when I started this, I wanted to do like, get some beer tech. I wanted to be like a real cool beer gadgets and things like that, but there's no cash. There's no cash for me to do that. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't have a Patreon. So I don't, it's not, makes sense to do that. But I would, there's nothing to, it doesn't cost any money to say, in beer news. And I don't know everything in beer news, but one thing that has caught my eye, somewhat beer news, is the new Adidas beer shoes. I don't know if you guys seen these or not. I don't know how I feel about it. I seen one picture of them, and they look awesome. I was like, man, those are nice. They kind of remind you of like lederhosen or something like that, because they also they say Prost on it, which German for toast, and have some kind of designs around the back heel part, and I think they're brown and white, and it's supposed to, the whole beer aspect of it is that they are beer resistant. So meaning like you could spill beer on them, and also vomit resistant, which is, I guess, also handy. But I don't really understand. I know there's some kind of chemical on it or something, but they're like, I think I heard somebody say like $140 for just some low top Adidas. I don't think I would pay that. If I had, a lot of money, I had too much money, that $140 didn't matter. Yeah, I'd probably get them, maybe. Me, no, because money does matter. I might pay. I say that, but then I think I kind of take it. I said before I might pay about $50, because that's like what shoes are anymore. All the prices are going crazy for everything. $50. A lot of people say, it's nothing for shoes, but to be honest, I'm not a big shoe guy. I guess like $20 for shoes. That seems like what it should be. $50. I might pay $50 just because it's a specialty shoe. But I'm not trying to brag on myself or nothing, but I haven't puked while drinking, and man, I would say since my 20s. It's just not something that's a part of my life anymore, I guess. It's not to say that I don't have my fair share of beers, but I'm just not a barfer, not a puker. Cheers to that one. But also the spill, the beer spill resistant shoe. I mean, I don't spill a lot of beer either, but even if you did, I mean, is there a problem with, like, are you spilling so much beer on your shoes that it's like soaking in, and then you're like, damn it, you know, I just dumped a gallon of beer on my shoes again. Why can't somebody come out with some beer resistant shoes? So I really don't see it being a problem. And also, as I remember, when I was kind of getting into shoes when I was like like in third grade, maybe, when I got a pair of Jordans. And that's when everybody was going crazy about them. I had, so, my family saved up. I think I got them for my birthday. And I remember people talking about it, like spray, like some kind of spray. I think when you bought them, you would get a spray, and that would make it like waterproof, So I don't see the difference. Why we're paying so much more, like $140 for some shoes. To be, I mean, beer is liquid. I mean, I don't see, why beer would not be, why the spray wouldn't create some kind of resistance to beer, as well as water or any other liquid. So I really don't. I think it's really gimmicky, I guess. But they look cool the first time I seen them. I seen some other ones. I said, they look kind of stupid. I don't know. I think the coolest part about them is that they say Prost on them. But that's not $140 cool, baby. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, like anything else, the more you drink it, the better it gets, right? Well, I guess not anything else, but beer-wise. I guess that's about all I got. And then, I wish I had more beer news. I wish also that, I mean, I live in Indianapolis, and there are a lot of beer events and craft beer and this and that. And I wish I could go cover all that kind of stuff. Because that seems like it would be really cool. I mean, I think yesterday, there was downtown Sun King Brewery had hosted something called a Can Invitational. And it was breweries from all over the country who can their beers as opposed to bottle them, because Sun King bottles their beer or cans their beers, and so they had all those breweries out. It's a little festival, and I wanted to go from the time they had it. They first started. I wanted to go and then they got Winterfest and Summerfest, and there's so many brew fests, and I haven't been even just down, like, not far from here in Speedway. There was Hops and Flip Flops, there was a bunch of different breweries there. I just don't go. I wish I could go and cover that, but cash wise, really doesn't make sense right now in my life. Maybe later in my life, I could really go cover that kind of stuff and show everybody. If that's something everybody's interested in, just see what's up with Indianapolis breweries and festivals, and because I actually did go to the first beer fest at the fairgrounds. Man, I had a great time, and it wasn't anywhere as big as they are today, and I had a really great time, and I would like to go back again. So if I do go back, I'll take you with me, and we'll enjoy it together. But I think that's about it for until next time. I'm sprucing it up. You guys, if you want to try it out, like I said, check out the link. That should be popping up shortly, maybe. I don't know. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Best brew ever. No, no, no piss, no piss flavor.